Hello, and welcome to Jadekine Gaming. My name is Bob, and this is the 30th session of the Shadow Kingdom Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition campaign. I am joined here with Vic as Mary, Ryan as Mother June, Adam as Dr. Richter, and Nick as also Mary. So we're going to go ahead and hop right on in to Wednesday, yeah? Wednesday. Where their stuff has already been done, and we're going to go over and figure out what Mother June has planned for the day. So, Mother June, what are you doing?
Well, I will be trying to locate a place that I can sneak my way into the slums, away from the watching eyes of the lookouts.
Okay, so you're going to go around and find, like, other entrances to the district.
Yeah, it's like if I gotta go through garbage, I'm already dirty, and it'll just add to the look.
Okay, so you wander around to a different entrance and walk into this. You're approaching the entrance to the slums. Yeah. You can have a perception check to see if it is being watched.
Alrighty. So I get a 15, so that puts me at 20.
Okay. Excellent. So yeah, there's seems to be a couple guys kind of hanging out and paying attention to the entrance into it.
Okay.
And as you go around to the other easier to get into places there, you realize that most of the time people are paying attention.
Okay.
To who comes and goes.
So they're keeping a lookout. Would there be a angle that I could take to where I could stay out of their line of sight?
You could do sewers. You could try to sneak past, which, as you are in a disguise, yeah. So your sneaking past would not necessarily be preventing them from seeing you enter. It would be preventing them from realizing you don't belong.
Right.
So it would be a, like, performance check instead of an actual sneak check.
Okay.
Performance or deception, if you wanted to work it that way.
I will... how long do you think it would have taken me to both get disguised and get over here?
I think disguise takes an hour. It takes about an hour or so to get over here. I think disguise takes an hour for a new disguise, and takes like a minute to apply a disguise that you had already prepared.
Yeah.
Probably as Xanathar's rolling for that, if you're looking for where that would have come from. That feels like where they expanded the skill tool descriptions there.
It takes 10 minutes to craft a disguise that involves moderate changes to your appearance and 30 minutes for ones that require extensive changes.
Okay, so it would have taken you 10 minutes.
Alrighty. I'm just wondering, since I cast Enhance ability, how long I might have left on that, or if it's run out by now.
It's about a 15 to 20 minutes walk away from the entrance of the zone. It's about 15 to 20 minutes walk away from the horse's head.
Or from the
from the red
horse.
Red horse.
From the red horse. So I might have used up maybe 30 or 40 minutes already.
Yeah.
So I'd have 20-ish minutes left of it.
So you can try to sneak in at the first one you found, or you can continue looking, or...
I'll try to perform my way past since I've still got that up.
Okay.
So I will try to blend in.
1 in a 19?
Yeah. That's good odds. So 30.
Okay. Yeah, you do not believe anyone noticed you as you walk in.
It's like I belong here. Alright, well, now that I'm in here, I can sort of start my looking is I'm going to be looking for the actual poor people of the district who would be under the thumb of the gang that's running the place and keeping all these lookouts and running the soup kitchen. So I'm going to be looking for the actual kind of the riffraff that aren't part of the
ones that aren't well fed.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. You would relatively easily find people who seem malnourished.
Okay. So go ahead and approach them, and I want to approach them in a friendly but familiar manner. So I guess I'm still pretending like I'm a person from here.
Okay, so what do you say to them when you walk up?
It's like, so anything going on today?
No.
And it's like,
So, fellow criminal slum man,
Hey there, fellow kids.
yeah.
what's up?
And
I
so-
am totally down with the hipness.
So, we doing any crime today?
And it's like, so have the guys from the soup kitchen been through here recently?
I mean, they walks about as they wishes. I don't actually know them.
Oh, okay. And it's like, are you have you ever gone there to get food?
I tried.
What happened?
I didn't get food.
Like,
They said they was out.
so so they just turned you away.
Why, you got food?
No, not on me. I was just wondering how to get food.
Well, what I do. I goes to the orchard sometimes, and I steal some apples.
Report him.
And it's like, so kind of, so you're able to take stuff without them knowing about it, huh?
Oh,
Is the
no.
orchard's a different district?
Oh,
Well, if you go in there and steal some apples and they catch you, I mean, and he just kind of holds up his hand. He has like 3 fingers. He's like, sometimes you get softly light and sometimes you don't.
okay, so that's how they do it.
Hey, I can get caught at least 8 more times.
Good old finger games.
So,
I suppose I could have signed for up to the militaries or gone to jail, but I didn't want to.
yeah. Say, I'm a distant relation to somebody
Most people are.
that lived here. That lived here, but she got out. She left.
I just go ask her for food.
Yeah, I should ask her to come back and give me something. You know.
Good luck,
But say, do you know about Gustav?
What? Yeah. He works down there and decides whether or not he gets food.
No. So he's the boss of that of the kitchen.
He seems pretty bossy.
I mean, is it just him alone, or has he got anybody?
This might shock you, but once they told me I wasn't getting food, I did not then take time to ask about their org chart.
What do orcs have to do with anything?
Work chart. Understand the accent. It's hilarious.
I I don't. Listen, if I felt like honest work, that's what I would be doing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna go and work for the bread. They'll just give it to me eventually. They hardly ever just let us die.
And what did they get out of you being around?
It gets to see my smiling face, I suppose.
I don't know, that seems kind of fishy.
Fuck you.
He
Turns and storms off.
He's like, hey, come on.
You know your teeth aren't that good.
And he's just like, then he's,
Fat bitch. Walks off. Just
and it's
big
like,
man stomps off.
He's like, they want something out of you.
He's gone.
Yeah, I know. So,
Now go have that same conversation 7 more times.
nah. And it's like, I know about Gustav. I want to go and ask people who might be another person who's got any sort of importance in this area besides him.
We're assuming there's another person of power here that we haven't figured out yet.
And it's like, well,
So are you just going up to people and going, hey, who's important here?
I think she's being a little more subtle with her
Well,
attempting
I just
to
said That
investigate.
is literally what was informed
hey,
with me, that's what you're
well,
doing.
that's what I'm trying to achieve. Mother June would do a better job.
She knows how to start a conversation and gently steer it towards who's important, without just saying, "Hey, who's important here?"
Yeah,
she has
but
the
I'm gonna
charisma.
need
Well,
a
to be
little
fair-
bit more on the direction of how you go, who's important here, because if you just give me the base of I'm looking for this specific information, I'm then gonna have to make you roll a bunch of dice, and then people are gonna give me a hard time for making you roll dice.
Ryan doesn't usually complain about rolling the dice.
Well,
Austin and Nick complain about the dice.
No, I still prefer dice because I'm not charismatic enough to know how to do that without seeming like a crazy
Yeah, but
person.
you often
So-
try to avoid your certain checks of investigate or.
Oh yeah, I try to
You're
steer
like
it to
trying
some.
so hard not to do an investigation check. I investigate. I'm gonna need an investigation check. That's bullshit.
Yes, I try to steer it to
I just-
rolls I'm good at. I'm good with rolls. I just want it to be rolls
if I wanted to approach it, I might go with questions as like, okay, so it's I want to make my life. Yeah, it's like I want to make my life here in the slums better. Who would be good people to work for here that actually have stuff to give me?
I mean, you get directed to a woman who finds work for girls who are pretty like you.
Mm.
You get directed to the soup kitchen itself, and
Now's a good time when, if you had a luck stat, you could use it. Just say it.
Well, if he wants me to roll, it'd probably just be investigation.
Yeah.
Unless he wants it to be a piece of information that I have to finagle out of somebody, and then it'd be persuasion, I guess.
yeah, sure. Roll an investigation, because those are the two relatively easy ones. Is you can always go whoring, and
Of course.
you can go and try to find a job at the soup kitchen with the other gang.
So I get a 13.
Those are really the only two you hear about.
Okay. So, if that's the case, so I wasn't able to find any additional information on who might be another player or important person here in the slums, at least for now. It's like I could try to learn a little bit more about the boys running the soup kitchen, see if maybe there's any infighting that could be exploited, or if there's like something important to them as far as like revenue or something that could potentially be threatened.
Okay, so are you going to the soup kitchen?
Yeah, I'll look around and see if one, they'll get me food to see what kind of, if I could get some food out of them just to see what they're serving. And see if I see...
Taking gruel out of hungry people's hands.
Yeah. But see what they're serving, and then see if I find out if anything visually happens that I could figure out something from it.
Okay, so you're gonna go over to the soup kitchen and you're going to try and get food and
see if I can, by watching them, figure out anything.
okay.
Yeah.
Then okay. So as you walk on over to the soup kitchen itself, you know, so there's a bunch of people kind of milling around outside. Some of them are like drinking a little bit, but they're generally just kind of hanging out there.
Mm-hmm.
And you walk into the tent itself, and it's kind of, as you're walking up to it, it has kind of a cloth tent-like feel, but it is a building. It's just so many cracks and holes in it that they put up a lot of cloth, or they stuff cloth in the cracks. So it's almost like when you built a fort as a kid, you put like a sheet over a table. It's kind of like that, where yes, there's wood in there, and it's definitely a building, and it's more sturdy than like a tent, but it has cloth features to it as well for doorways and like dividers.
Like Fallout 4 kind of building.
There's no rusty bits.
So breezy.
These look like people who can afford metal.
No, these are more like tent flap, basically.
Yeah, kind of tent flappy doorways sort of thing.
Okay.
Just a bead curtain. No, not a bead curtain. So you walk in, and there seems to be some people eating, and there is a little area where you can walk up and try to get food.
Okay, I'll try to get some food.
You walk up, and you just see these two little hands kind of reach over, and this halfling leans over the counter, looking down at you. Seems to be standing on a box or something, and just looks at you and goes, "Sir, what you want?"
Could I get some food, please?
"No, who the fuck are you?"
I'm Jan.
"Neat. Let's see your marker."
See your marker.
"See your marker."
And he's like, what?
"Yeah, we're out." And she's stirring a big pot. Goes back just, "Ralph, get out of here.
Okay.
No marker, no food."
Perception check to see if I see anything on their hand. On the halfling's hand, because they're talking about a marker, so it's like...
No, like a piece of wood or a talisman or something.
Oh, okay.
They don't have like felt tip markers.
I thought you were talking about like a tattoo.
There's no felt tip markers in Fantasy Kentucky, damn it.
I thought you were talking about like a tattoo.
We don't know that. We're just now learning.
Okay.
She just asked for a marker.
Okay. So, it's some, whatever, token or piece of wood or
something.
Talisman or something.
Why does the word chit come to mind?
Because that is another word for it. That would also be considered a chit.
So it sounds like killing that kid at the entrance might get us what we're looking for.
Can I make a perception check to see if I see anything that looks like what I would think to be a marker?
You absolutely may.
Plus 5. So, that's 23.
Okay. As you look around on the counter and you see some of the people eating, there seems to be like a little piece of like coinage or something off on one of the counters, and they come over and swipe it real quick, but it seems to be made of like some sort of stone was what it looked like. And you didn't get a real good look at the design on it, but it was about size a little bit smaller than a silver dollar.
Okay, so large coin made of stone
Yeah.
material.
You didn't really get a look at the face of it, but it was of gray stone.
Okay. Gray color, design unknown. Okay.
Do some. There's apparently a red pepper flake in my backpack. Little holdy things for the bottles. Inexplicable. Don't know why.
You want the
If you
spicy
use enough red pepper, it gets everywhere.
Not quite as bad as ghost pepper, but.
I will approach somebody in the area that is either eating or well fed looking, and I'm going to be like, "Hey, how do you get one of the markers?" It's like, "Could you tell me how?"
I mean, I could get you one if you were nice to me.
It's like, sure. It's like, I'll play nice.
Or he takes the rest of his porridge and just scoops it into his mouth and
Come with me.
he grabs you by the arm and starts taking you off to a private corner. So how do you get out of this sexual encounter, or do you just let it happen?
Well, once we get
What does he look like?
It's relatively he's not the tallest half-orc you've ever seen, but he might be the broadest. He looks like he'd be built like a barrel, but barrels are kind of small for him. He's just super duper broad shoulders, but maybe 5'6", 5'7".
Okay, yeah. Well, once we get alone with him, I'm gonna go ahead and throw a suggestion his way that he hand over the marker, and I'll get him an even better prize later on.
DC?
It's 16 wisdom.
Okay.
And he's like, "You're a good boy."
I don't have one.
Well, you said that you would get it for me, right? So,
Yeah.
so how do you get the coins? How do you get the markers?
Oh, I work.
Oh, and who do you get it from?
Boss.
Oh, so Gustav's the one who hands them out.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's like, "I'll be back." Keep
You could always start an only fantasies or whatever.
yeah, only thing. She is quite lovely, but I'm gonna go ahead and leave the soup kitchen now.
All right.
All right.
Well, you're leaving the alley that he dragged you into.
Oh, okay. Then whatever. I'm leaving the soup kitchen area and going into whatever more of the residential slums proper.
Okay.
And from there, I have the plan of going around secretly. Well, I'm going to be talking to different individuals, and I'm going to be spreading the rumor that that something's better is coming, and that the goddess Renette is going to save them, but they need to keep it on the down low for now.
So you're quietly proselytizing.
Yes.
Okay.
And is the
Can I
idea
get a
that
stealth proselytizing roll from you?
Sure. Is that? Do you want that to be persuasion?
Yeah, just.
Is that a charisma-based stealth check?
I guess it kind of would be a charisma event. I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna.
You're allowed to mix things up unusually.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, is the goal to keep it on the down low, knowing people won't, then spread it like wildfire? Because that's how these kind of secrets work.
I'm planning on spreading it. Essentially, they're going to be talking to each other, but they're not. The idea is that we want to catch the soup kitchen people unaware, so that they don't know that this is being spread around. That's the intention.
Well,
I
think the result is that they find, there's only one Church of Renette in this city, and they're doing something. You're painting a target on the place where I'm currently working on Yank.
Please do it. Bring him on. Yeah, bring him to our district. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The buildings.
Does
are
anyone else
less
sleep there?
Well, there's that, and we, if it happens in our district, we could technically have law enforcement backup.
Okay, so stealth persuasion.
Do you know what's going on in the attic of your church or the basement of your church?
Well, hopefully,
We don't get to getting law enforcement involved in that building.
well, I'm thinking about them, like, attacking the district and, like,
I
pouring out
mean, what
of the
you're
slums
doing
and
probably
stuff.
isn't illegal. It's a body.
But anyway,
Nobody
yeah,
owns
I
it.
make sure
It's
to cast
strongly
invincibility
frowned
before I
upon.
go around doing
But
this.
not
Okay,
illegal.
so you're doing your 4 hours of proselytizing in the slums,
Right.
and you're trying to specifically point out that the Renette, the Church of Renette, something big is coming or better is coming, and the Church of Renette is that thing.
Yeah, and that, so it's like they're going to be essentially uplifted from their current station, and it's like they need to have faith that something better is just on the horizon.
You gotta have faith.
Okay.
So do we want it to be a stealth check that uses charisma?
No.
Okay,
So,
just persuasion.
yeah.
Alrighty, so that'll give me a 25.
Okay. So as you wander around and try to spread this, you're getting a lot of scoffing. A lot of people don't necessarily believe you.
I expected that.
But yeah, it seems to be a tougher crowd than what you're used to.
So that's fine. I don't have to convince them all right now.
All right, and that brings you up to speed, and then Boy Mary,
Yes.
you're just day walking,
Yep.
just tootling around the same old district, or you go somewhere else.
Not our home district.
All
I'm
right.
establishing myself as a figure.
Man about town,
Yes.
fairy about town, whatever.
Because this is my sleep cycle. It's just a way for me to be seen. Yeah, I've seen that guy around.
He
And I
goes on-
specifically go around without my disguise on.
He goes around on long walks, horn just jutting out there, proud as can be.
Man takes long
Do
walks.
we need to call the guard if his horn's just out there?
Don't be weird.
Minotaur shows up. What's wrong with having horns? All right.
Hey, you hear that? This guy, he's got a thing against people's horns.
We should beat him.
I know Spartacus has a mohawk. How big are his horns? Are they like straight up or
does not have a mohawk.
Oh, thought he was. Who am I thinking that's completely shaved and just has the mohawk?
Spartacus.
Other Spartacus.
Other Spartacus.
Spartacus from 10 years ago. in a
That this
game
is loosely based.
this is loosely based on. He's also not half demon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm not playing that abomination.
One of the better lines, not quite up there with bread, but pretty good.
All right, so you're wandering about. You done your thing. What are you doing?
I got a good roll in.
All right, you were
Sewer-
mapping sewers.
Yeah.
Right. So that was your day, and you're doing Yank. Okay, so let's go back to you. You have a little obsidian horsey.
Yay. It's like. Almost said check my watch, but then I realized I don't have one. But are there magical, utility watches?
Yeah, you could get a timepiece.
That's not the. No, I think it's spyglasses, which are insane in 1,000 gold.
Well, they would all of those things are significantly cheaper due to the level of magic tech in this world. But
Water
yes.
clock.
Water clock is
yeah.
like 1,000 gold.
I thought of another good question would be who's the most dangerous people in the slums?
To avoid.
Yeah. So guard. No, I meant residents, not.
That was the answer you get, though.
Okay.
The guard could be a third faction that don't do nothing yet are still incredibly dangerous.
Well, could be that one of our dudes is corrupt guard.
So yeah, Obsidian Horsey, what are you doing?
Put that away. Got a really good roll, and I'm only halfway through mapping.
You're a fourth of the way through.
Yeah.
Of mapping both the top and sewer entrances.
Yeah, that's right.
So you're mapped a fourth of the sewer, and you have that fourth, the entrances, figured out where they are topside in the slums.
But most of them are still blocked.
Most of them are blocked, yes.
Okay.
But you know relatively where they are.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll head on back home, play with Huxley, and ask Spartacus what he would suggest for making the sewer grates still appear to be blocked, but relatively easy to up and down them. A disguise thing, since he did that for us before.
I believe he just he mucked with the lock, so they looked locked,
Oh, okay.
but they're not.
Yeah, this would be somehow gluing those trash to the top, but still
Yeah,
being
that's
able to
basically what you clear it out and glue garbage to it. Or you could just remove it and try to replace it with street. Since it's covered with garbage anyways, people probably don't remember that it's there. So you could make secret entrances to the sewers.
Okay, yeah, so just clear out those entrances, and people would still probably not really know about it. Gotcha.
Create garbage tunnels.
Or you could expand the building over the top of the entrance, so it looks like some kind of shack or whatever, and have a secret entrance to the sewer entrance. And he's just like, or. And it has about 12 or 13 different kind of suggestions that basically relate to, I don't know, hide it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, some of those were good. Even the one of just clean it up, people still not know about it probably.
No, his response was clean it up, take out the old sewer, and then replace it with a grate that looks like the street.
Oh, okay.
So that it's like a literal secret entrance when it gets cleaned up because people don't know it's there.
That I could do and probably get him. It's like once I get a little more stuff done over there, maybe that's what I'll do is have you order or craft it up. Would it be his job to find someone to do that?
I mean, he could find you someone to fix the. It wouldn't exactly be discreet per se.
Well, I want just him to get the sewer grates ordered, and I would do the cleaning and stuff.
It would be replacing that with street.
Oh, okay.
So, like, you'd have to get the bricks and lay them to make it look like the street. So it'd be a secret sewer entrance on the street that you'd replace the sewer entrance with.
So probably so non-secret installment sort of ruins the secretness of it being that way.
You would have to do something to make it installed secretly.
Depending on what the kind of
Sounds
streets
like
are.
covering it with trash is easier.
Yeah. Or didn't we get Mary taught silence?
Yeah.
Go in there with the work crew at night under the cover of silence and just
Work crews notoriously
talk.
need light. And might need to give instructions to each other to get the work done. And then there's a work crew.
Yeah.
So you need a bunch of rogues.
Construction rogues.
A
We're gonna get
a bunch of dark vision having rogues.
Well, it's just like, I'm not that kind of rogue.
Thieves can't back there just hand signing. No, you gotta drop it down 3 inches. The procedures in the docket say it's gotta be a 3-inch gap.
Where's my plumb line?
wait.
Who the heck took my pencil? I swear to God.
Just hand signing at each other real angry.
I've only broached the idea of the construction crew. I don't have them ready.
Yes.
Just like glue, like refuse, like a piece of newspaper on top of it.
Yeah, that is my current plan. Get enough stuff over there and just a light sprinkling so I could shove it off and go down there, and it would stay on top after I close it.
Collect a whole lot of the dog poo and just put it in a big pile. And nobody will touch it.
just glued a massive pile of dog food.
To be fair, you could just pile it up and like put it like right underneath the entrance of each one.
Yeah.
So if they open it to look down, like that kind of sewer, and they close it.
Yeah, but I have plans and stuff now.
Okay.
Oh yeah, spend the rest of the day with Huxley, go over his training, just spend time with him.
Okay. Good. Yank, you have time.
I do. Wait. I'm not Yank.
I noticed that as soon as I said it.
We all did.
And I was just moving on.
No.
Dr. von Yankasik, or whatever your name is.
Ludwig
von Yankasik.
Richter. So I'm finishing my 7 days on Yank, so I'm halfway through.
Your 2-week process.
I think that's what it is. 2 weeks is what he said, yeah. Well, close things up for the evening. I go down to the basement, check out progress is going down with that dude. Doomstayer, that's the guy.
So you walk down, you open up the doors to the basement. There's like some fumes are wafting out.
Mm-hmm.
And you just go down there. Doomstayer appears to be just kind of sitting back and drinking a cup of tea, dressed like in a lab coat and clearly his pajamas with like little slippers with, it seems to have little floppy bunny ears on it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's sitting there just drinking tea, watching his experiments, or watching the beakers and stuff bubbling away.
Okay, go walk up, stand by him, look at the beakers. Try and figure out what's going on.
Guess that would be an alchemy check. Do you have proficiency in alchemy tools?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, just do that.
18. So, with no stat, 20, is there a stat assigned to it?
Intelligence.
25.
You seems to be working on some nature of coughing serum, something that would interrupt or disrupt your respiratory system, like a tear gas.
Mm-hmm.
He's working on tear gas.
Everything going smoothly.
Just swimming.
Yes.
I do love how well he's taken to his working retirement.
Yeah. He's like literally. He's just like, yes, I'm working on something new.
Wonderful. Was there anything else that we currently owed you? Was he wanting an apprentice? Was that... I feel like that was a part of a thing that
No,
he never got.
he distinctly doesn't want one.
He reserved the right to choose his own apprentice, so that
and kill anyone you forced on him. Yes.
okay, so that it was his. Okay. My brain had misconstrued it as I'm sitting here thinking, wait a minute, I need to go down. We've been missing out on something we were supposed to do for him. We got him his lab, but that was only part of. No, the other part was not.
Yeah, the other part was leave me alone.
Let us know if there's anything else you need. And walk up. Walk over to the Red Horse Inn.
Alright.
Walk in. Take a step to the side. Look around. Who of our organization is in the bar?
Spartacus is sitting over in his corner. Oh wait, no. You gave Spartacus something to do, didn't you? He might not be there. Oh. Yeah, I forgot. He needs to make rolls.
But he's working on something.
Okay. Spartacus appears to be over in the corner speaking with someone.
What do they look like?
It's a half-elf woman with kind of shoulder-length blonde hair, pointed ears. You really can't see much of the eyes, but appears to be wearing, like, kind of working clothes. As you're now a clothing aficionado.
Yes, I have work clothes.
She seems to be wearing kind kind of more working clothes with boots.
I look for a spot where I can sit down where Spartacus could see me.
He tends to sit with his back to a wall, so yeah, you could go.
Yeah, so I know
just
there's
go
options,
to the
but-
bar and sit down.
Yeah. But otherwise, yeah, no. Never have a cider, I guess is what we drink here.
Yes, there's cider, there's mead, there's beer. You can have tea.
The honey-based thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
because of the bees of unusual size. The buses.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, just kind of observe the situation, see if anything else goes on. Relaxing for the evening, unless anything happens.
Okay. About an hour and a half later, the woman gets up and walks out,
Mm-hmm.
and Spartacus gets up and walks up to the bar and said,
Do you need something, boss?
Checking if everything's going well here.
Just doing some interviews.
Wonderful. Will you let us know if you need anything? I've finished my work for the day.
Well, there's the bathing chamber, as promised.
Where's Abbott? I'm obviously not the one to construct that, but
I believe he's out looking for money. Trails out in the slums.
alright. Well, where are we? Is the bathing chamber going into the present warehouse we have? Is that the idea?
No idea. I was promised one.
Make sure to bring that up tomorrow.
Alright. Thank you.
and he goes and gets signals the kid and goes and sits down at his table as the kid brings over another pot of tea to him.
Otherwise, unless any of them or anything shows up around me, I am not deliberately doing anything further this evening.
All right, well, Mary, you come out of your fugue state as you're walking and go, what a wonderful rest.
Yeah. It's nice. It's nice to take a break every now and then. Get so much done when you're not unconscious for 8 hours. Losers.
Well, walking, so much done.
Losers.
It's good for your health.
Yeah, you are getting a lot of just sort of unconscious exercise, just walking everywhere.
And like I said, it's all about building appearances, so I become a known factor in the local environment.
That zombie, fairy who just blankly walks through the city.
I only have to do half of that.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
That's the point, yeah. I go back to working, picking up his slack on the sewers over in Slum Town.
Okay, so you're going to go over to the slums and work on
I love how your critical success was slack.
Yeah.
mapping out these sewers, which...
I'm trying to find, specifically I was trying to find the path to the holes that lead closest to that soup kitchen.
Okay, so you're looking for a specific path, not
Yes.
just a standard mapping. Okay, go for it.
Wait, don't you want to use this?
I mean,
It's late now.
yeah, it doesn't really, wouldn't help too much.
I looked over and saw that one of his dice was on a 20. I was just like,
Yeah, see? 5.
so you're going to take that 7?
I was like, you can't trust anything. I'm rolling it. It's bad. Survival plus 2, right? Yeah, plus 2. 9.
You think that you found something, and you go around on a trail looking around and trying to find things, and you manage to wander around in the 1/4 of the area that is already already has been mapped, and you get absolutely no closer to your goal.
Womp.
However, you don't manage to get super lost, so
Progress.
progress. All right, so if that's what you're gonna do with your evening. So
Yep.
it is morning time. Yay, of Thursday.
Meeting.
Yes, your 9 a.m. meeting. Actually, Adam, does your character have like some nature of alarm, or do you just sleep yourself out?
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what this world has or what is standard.
I'm asking because if you're like would wake up for the morning meeting because that's like you're already awake, or do you wake up for the morning meeting because even if you went to bed at like 3, you would wake up for the morning meeting?
I've definitely stepped in from it at times when we were in the hotel. I imagine that I have some sort of window in my main room that at the very least the sunlight would start waking me up.
Okay.
Isn't yours like a cube in the middle of the bigger room? With
I have
windows?
no idea how that place is laid out. I know that mine has the door above it,
Yeah.
but I don't know where that door was. So
Can I see your character sheet real quick? It's not as fun for you when it's going this way, is it?
Just let me see it real quick. Make a change, see if you can spot it.
have you seen his handwriting?
Yeah, it'll probably be super freaking obvious.
Yeah.
And the fact he's going to hand it back, he's just going to read it. But it's still
To be fair,
builds
he might
the
hand it back, and I
suspense.
might say, "Wait, what does this say?"
So you wake up exhausted. Oh, I forgot to add something else. Sorry. You wake up exhausted and like kind of dirty.
Did I do something after? Did I have like a rough night that I don't know about?
I don't know. Maybe Wolfgang's
And-
starting to take over your body?
Yeah, you wake up.
Covered in
Like,
blood.
Why do I have drugs?
Wolfgang, what have you been doing?
So you wake up before the 9 a.m. meeting, and you're still tired. Like you,
I don't know what my money was at before.
but you feel like you haven't slept your full rest to like rejuvenate spells or anything of that nature. And you're wearing like your clothes seems to be disheveled and all that, and Badger is not happy with you.
Okay, well, great. I asked Badger what happened.
And Badger just kind of goes, "You put me away." You just get like the idea of "you put me away." Like
Why?
he's kind of like Pikachu didn't want to go in that Pokeball, and you put him away for the evening, and then he came back out when you got back. And you also have 2 uses of your alter self.
That have been used.
Haven't used. Which until you sleep for the rest of the day.
I will point out. No, I'll use next spell slot level.
Yeah.
Because he would.
Yeah. So yeah. However,
Yeah, that, to be fair,
it is quiet.
that's
here.
Badger. Badger's my alarm.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's.
I check upstairs before I head to the meeting.
You go upstairs. Doesn't seem to be any change.
Okay.
Everything. Well, you can do a perception check.
No change.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be a change or anything. And you do notice a like rancid. Like your sweat smells gross. You just feel grungy and gross.
Cologne. I have cologne. I literally bought cologne.
Okay.
That's not what cologne's used for.
So you
To be fair, that is part of what cologne is used for.
It
you
was
do
back in the day.
a quick whore's bath.
Yeah.
Well, that's washcloth.
That's whore's bath.
And then head to the meeting.
Okay. So as the rest of you are there, Doc comes in, stinking, clothes slightly disheveled, just eyes red, and looks like her nose has some few broken blood vessels in it.
Did anyone see me last night?
I saw you in the bar.
Well, it just
briefly.
kind of goes, not you, but yeah.
Can you piece some things together? He's keeping secrets.
he said to read this, and she hands you a letter in your handwriting. It was fun.
Why don't I get in on it?
Because what you and he think are fun are different?
I don't think he did anything, that I had to clean up. But, yeah, I don't know how you handle withdrawals. But,
I don't think I have to if I don't want to. I mean, that's a thing!
You're just like, I don't think I have to.
To be fair, I don't know what this is. It's just drugs. It's not even like a specific drug. I'm sure somewhere around there I have that notepad where I can start coming up with fantasy drugs. I don't know where I put it, but somewhere.
I have an idea for a fantasy drug. You can try some if you'd like.
Yeah, maybe later.
You can look into the chemical compounds in it and see what it might happen to you.
No, we already had a fantasy drug. It was what our gnome friend did, where he was seeing shadows and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I have a sheet that I made a few of them that was one of them.
Okay, so yeah. Ludwig had a wild ride. Or Wolfgang.
Wolfgang,
Yeah, Wolfgang had a wild evening.
Okay, well, there's that.
Prestidigitation. Alright, be stinky.
Spartacus is just like,
I need to investigate further what's happened. Figure it out after. Speaking of which, where are we getting Spartacus's bath?
Yes.
Do
we have the money for that
I
right
don't
now?
know, but where are we putting it? And
would it just be like a sectioned off part of the ground at the church? Just like a one-stall bathroom?
Huh? What,
Or
on
a one-stall
the,
bath?
On the outside, you mean?
Yeah. And just a freestanding jacuzzi or bathhouse.
No. Like, this would be a place to get clean, not a place to get STDs.
Okay, just the
that's
cleanliness
what I'm trying
part.
to figure out about myself.
Well,
really.
the only property that we own is the church, so...
Not true.
Not true.
We also own the bar.
Oh, that's true.
Did we finish filing all that paperwork?
yes, you did.
Okay.
So we actually own it.
I think there's also... Is anyone using the room there?
No. Well, Abbott's uses it for an office sometimes when he's over there.
Okay.
But it's usually, it's basically Abbott kind of uses it for an office a lot.
Okay.
It's like, technically we could have Jake go and sleep over there.
Yeah, Jake uses it to sleep over there occasionally. Klaus uses it a lot. It's kind of like just an office
A
space.
crashing spot.
Yeah.
Like, the back room's the office. Is the room just for crashing, or is he up in the room?
The back room, the office that's the back room is here at the Red Horse.
Well,
At the Horse's Head tavern, there's the room upstairs that was the old boss's bedroom is what they use for like an office.
yeah, but that was behind a secret door in the wall. And
No, there's a safe that was behind a secret door in the wall.
No, the stairs that go up there is the one that has the door, is
Yeah.
what you're thinking of.
And it wasn't a
Yeah.
secret door. It was, if you open this door into the hallway, this door blocks that door. It's not secret.
Yeah.
It's just not evident if you don't know where you're looking.
yeah, I was just remembering Gatto got called back into the back room a bunch, and that's where that boss
There was like a curtained off area.
Yeah. I thought that was
Yeah,
what he was
that's
using.
behind the bar.
Yeah. I thought that was an entire room, and then there was a door that led up to the other bedroom from there, not through the main stairs.
And I always
There's
pictured
only-
that as just
there's
being a
only
spot
one
with
stair.
Okay.
like a round table where he just sat and had his own little.
Yeah.
private-
It wasn't behind the bar. It was. There's like literally further down the bar. There's like a curtained off area.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because up the stairs it's Quentin's room and then the twins' rooms.
Yeah.
Oh, are those also upstairs?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought those were further, like basically.
No, they're
Yeah,
upstairs.
They're both upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maps, man. Maps.
But yeah, presumably it would be upstairs in the church. It would be where we put it. At least that seems like the current place.
Wherever you all feel like to put it.
I mean, you mostly work at here, but we can't be doing any sort of building.
Yeah, there's already a bathroom here.
Yeah.
There's a reason he stays here a lot. It's because there's already a place for him to bathe.
But yeah, I guess it'd be good to have you working out of the upper part of the church, as far as.
Well, doesn't he have all his people meet over there? Don't we come over here for the morning meeting?
Yeah.
Don't we all, except for him, sleep here?
I don't sleep here.
Oh, you sleep over in the church?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But it's like sometimes I'll crash here if it's one of those things where it's
Easier.
yeah, early morning type deal. But yeah, it's like that currently seems like the best place for us to build something like a bathing station for you, and since that has room that's underutilized right now anyway. And it's like, I don't know, how much would this cost us, and what can we afford since we're still trying to get everything spun up and running?
Well, are you looking for like a clawfoot tub that you're putting in the middle of a room, or are you looking like to build a bathing room?
Oh no,
What?
bathing room. Definitely like,
What does he want?
yeah.
What do we owe him?
If we're gonna spend money on a bathroom, it's gonna have to be nice.
Well, remember, it is private also, so only he gets to use it. That was part of his contract.
Yeah, his bathing room. But it would be like if you're doing like a
But obviously we could run split plumbing and
20 by 20 kind of room with a huge bathing area, which would be like big showering area for cleaning and like a tub and all of that, would probably like finished with like magical components and all that for running water and getting rid of the water and all that fun stuff. You're looking at, I don't know, maybe 3,000 to 4,000 gold for
So-
like the super fancy one.
So more than the warehouse is worth.
Yeah, like he's like, if it's all the same, I'll just wait till I have a private residence, and you guys can pay for the bathroom upgrade.
Yeah.
okay.
That seemed the more reasonable thing is.
As long as that's your decision.
Well, I have rooms here permanently because that's part of your guys' deal. So
Also, notice how he says rooms, because some of us don't stay here. He's obviously taken over other people's rooms.
do you want to go check?
I distinctly handed my key over to innkeeper, so
Yeah.
he would have had to collect it from him.
Yeah, I think we just have all the rooms. They're all ours. He doesn't actually have an inn anymore. He has a tavern.
It's not quite that, but yeah.
I was also thinking that if we did want to double up on the bathing area instead of him waiting, you know how some like the bathing houses have like, you know, the men's side, women's side. It's just like other people's side and then the Spartacus side.
Just some plywood walls in between. This is totally your own private area. I could hear you.
But just has like a Minotaur symbol on the door. Alright, so
anyways, I pull out my map that I've been making of the sewers over in the slums area and lay it out. I also take out my horsey and put this down. I found this and it's magical. Yeah. So I hand it over to the doctor. Because you're the one who eventually ends up with, you know, what's that spell? Identify. If we, you know, have the gold for the pearl.
I'm familiar with the spell.
Yeah, so But here's that, and I point out like the different places, the above and below where the sewers meet. Mostly showing it to Molly and Mary.
Yeah, I was around those areas.
Yeah.
I was sniffing around.
Doing important other things.
I was pretty close.
Should I buy some chalk and leave notes or something? Like, I can.
Well, I mean, those would probably be useful for the other people that aren't you or me.
Yeah. Okay.
So definitely. It can get pretty confusing down there after all.
I forget.
For some people.
Does Thieves' Cant also have the thing where you can hide hidden messages and signs and other stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is part of what Thieves' Cant is. I do not know Thieves' Cant.
I don't think Molly knows Thieves' Cant. That's it.
Yeah, Molly knows things.
And maybe her lieutenant. I don't know if he.
Hammerstein?
Yeah, Hammerstein. I don't know if he's an actual rogue or not.
A rogue.
He seems pretty roguish.
Actually,
Also, I will have you know that the old man is very offended that you don't think Hammerstein is a rogue.
also besides Mary, I don't like. Jake's probably a fighter, right? And the one guy's a barbarian, but I don't know about everyone else, what their actual classes are. And I know you have them actually written out, don't you?
Yes.
This never come up.
You want to ask?
No, why not? Why spoil the fun?
Yeah. In world, people don't seem to talk about classes that much.
Yeah, it's because they'd use like weird words for it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, also...
For example, mine would not be thought of as a wizard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wizards, they don't use all these
They
chemicals.
talk about druids all the time.
Yeah, okay.
It's like Spartacus, no idea. Doomstayer, probably whatever, a artificer or a wizard or something.
Okay, it's the ones where the class is also very much the occupation, such as a druid or a rogue. Well, not rogue. I had another one in my brain and just...
Artificer.
Well, artificer
Houseplant.
probably is one too, but...
Paladin would probably be
Clerics
pretty
and paladins, yeah, those
Yeah.
are actual jobs also, as well as classes.
Well, there's also, like, Abbott has just an NPC class.
Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
He is a...
Accountant.
yeah, he's an accountant. He's a
The
finance...
adept?
Yeah, he's a financier adept. An adept financier
Hmm.
kind of guy, which... He doesn't have combat abilities, but I did get him abilities that are class abilities.
Yeah, he has advantage on
Yeah.
books.
yeah. There's things that he has advantage on for stuff like that, and things that he can find in a reduced time period.
Yeah.
Alright. So,
But anyways, that was the map so far, if you guys want to look at it. I
like,
plan to maybe go out and buy some different, like, some glue to glue stuff to the things and oil.
Huh.
I don't know. Are these manhole covers completely lift off or hinged?
Some are one and some are the other,
So yeah,
depending upon where they are.
yeah, some glue and some oil to oil hinges of these sewer grates. Make it stealthier in case we leave that
it's
area.
like, huh?
For them, that was a complete non sequitur.
It's
Spartacus is like Ogos.
Talk to him.
Yeah.
But everyone else is real confused.
Yeah. So grease the hinges and hide the manholes. Okay.
Yeah. So we can come and go at our own leisure without being noticed.
Molly just real quiet goes, put pants on.
Okay.
Put pants on.
That's
To
good.
hide the manholes!
Yeah.
She got you there.
That you did.
Spartacus is just like, you fucking idiot. And Molly's sitting back, just smug. So pleased with herself.
Just adjusting her fedora.
As someone that doesn't remember last night, that might be offensive.
Check your trousers.
That's what I'm gonna do. This was important. I'm here first.
So how's work with the ink going?
About halfway done.
All right. So that's pretty good. I looked into the slums a little bit with kind of very minor success. I ended up finding out that well, one of the ways that some of the people are there getting their food and how the Gustav's boys end up dealing with it is some of them just go out to the orchards or other districts and steal stuff. If they get caught bringing food back, though, they'll lose a finger or 2 or 3. And found out that
the soup kitchen will cut off other people's hands if they bring food back?
yes.
Is that what you said?
That's what he took from it.
Because I was pretty sure that you were told that the orchard would cut off fingers for stealing from the orchard.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the people coming back and getting caught with food, not the orchard catching them and getting.
No, he got caught at the
You
orchard.
steal, you lose body parts.
Okay.
Also, is that like the royal orchard or something, or just the orchard area?
Well, you don't know if it was the guard or workers or who cut off his fingers, but it was, as far as you know, the orchard.
The point is, he was cutting into someone's profits.
Mm-hmm.
But presumably, people bringing food in are going to be attacked, like we were, or at least I was. And so, yeah, and it's like I was attacked for bringing food in, so that's probably how they would treat people, even if they were just coming back. I tried to ask what they get out of whatever, having essentially a bunch of malnourished people that they beat around and keep feeding, but presumably it's just the money from the night. Is the idea that they're at least halfway doing their job. But it seems that in order to be eligible, in order to get food from the soup kitchen, you have to get a stone coin that I wasn't able to get a good look at, but it's about this big. From Gustav. He hands them out for people who work for him, and then they get fed off of being able to show it to the soup slingers.
So what they get out of it is work from these people.
Yeah. So they get money from the night, and they get work from people, and they get food in return.
Mm-hmm.
So that seems to be the setup. I wasn't able to figure out if there's somebody outside of Gustav in the night that have any stake in the area.
So not...
There is a whorehouse there.
There was?
Yeah. At least I was suggested.
I don't know if there's a whorehouse or if there were pimps.
Yeah, I was just thinking, it was like, go offer yourself, be an independent contractor versus a centralized location.
Nah,
That's one way to put it.
they were suggesting setting me up with somebody in order to sell myself to get money.
You pimp.
Yeah, it's like there's a pimp or there's whatever. There's a house there or something. I didn't look into it because I...
Yeah. So not necessarily all the well-fed people are mistreating all the other people, but just they work for food.
The people who are well-fed are going to be Gustav's lackeys in one way or the other, or at least it seems so.
Yeah,
unless there's somebody else giving
when I was scouting out these areas, I found places to well hide and just pick off some of the well-fed people. If they're not all actively working for them, that would be kind of mean.
So one way I guess that you can tell whether or not they've done work for him if you can find one of these marker coins. So it's a gray stone.
But don't just normal people do work for him to get the stone to get the food?
Well, it seems like the people get turned away, and I guess Gustav probably approaches the people he thinks got something he can do for them, or they can do for him.
Any news from Molly and Hammerstein?
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 Hammerstein? Let's see what Molly was looking into. Just investigating.
Yeah.
They were just doing standard investigations. There is a number. There's no official whorehouse or brothel in the place. It is just kind of independent contractors and girls with people to look out for them and make sure they get paid.
Alright.
And, Yeah, they do get to see if they. Okay, there's that one. Okay, interesting. And Hammerstein looks up and says, also, there's a rumor that there's some nature of underground organization. I don't know what they do, but they were called the Extortium? Extortium. And they do something, some sort of events. They do. I'm not sure where they meet, but I've heard of them. There's rumors going around that they exist in the area.
Do you know if they met literally underground? Like in the sewers?
I don't know where they are.
No, okay.
He did say that.
He did.
Extortium, huh?
Did you find them?
I haven't seen anyone else in the sewers. I've just found the horsey.
Well, if he did find a horse down there, there might have been somebody that dropped it.
It looked all washed up in a corner like it'd been there for a while.
Still, he got down there somehow. And a magical item in the slums, that's nothing to brush off.
Okay.
So is everyone still on their previous tasks?
No.
Or I should say, has any of our lieutenants completed a task we need to be informed of?
That's what Molly and Hammerstein has figured out about the slums.
Then,
Investigate the Extortium.
yeah, I guess we'll move on to the Extortium. See what you can find out about them.
Alright. That is, yeah. Okay. Alright, so is to look into the Extortium. There. Alright.
Doomstairs still working on weapons. Spartacus is
Recruiting.
recruiting.
Steve's recruiting. And Jake's doing debt collection.
Yeah, did Jake finish debt collection yet?
Debt collection will be finished on Saturday.
So, and will we have the 10,000 gold by Saturday? With the debt collection, so we can.
No, the
Or
debt collection.
Sunday, yeah.
Debt collection was more than that.
Yeah, I was just making sure we didn't have to split with Innkeeper again. But yeah, if it comes in on Saturday, then yeah, we're good.
Yeah, it's like we should be able to cover that because
It was like 25.
yeah, it's 25,000 for fully collected debts.
Abbott's slums money trails, and Molly and her group and her boy are
Extortium.
Extortium. Yeah. So
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. When is weapon sale and production finish?
Weapon production's finished Saturday, sales finished Sunday, you get the money Monday.
Okay. Sounds good. Because as long as things essentially go well this week, I think we might want to switch Doomstayer over to personal production.
or have him find an apprentice so someone could work on production while he works on personal stuff. Or would an apprentice move up? Could the lab put more out if you had help? I ask him.
No.
Okay.
It would free me up to work on other things. However, again, they piss me off.
Well, that's why you would be looking for them. So you could find one who didn't piss you off.
I can look.
It's like, yeah, that'd be under your control, but we'll get to that when we get to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so...
So yeah, I'm going back in the sewers today to
Well,
keep mapping.
and Mary, we're gonna do something similar.
Yep.
I'll
Yeah,
If you-
pass info off between each other.
when I get done, I will drop off the stuff in this map at the end, so you can use it in yours.
Neato burrito.
The neatest of burritos.
Well, I'll make a copy of it, or at least like a rough one, so that I'll be able to have my own.
Yeah, I have to imagine mine's not great because I don't have cartography and I don't know what stat I would go with, but probably intelligence.
Don't worry, I'm half proficient in that.
Yeah.
Alright. It's like, I figure we can all head off now.
Yeah, I'll bring Huxley on me so you can go on an adventure down the sewers.
Okay, so Huxley and you're going on a sewer.
What is the
adventure.
process of getting the dog into the sewers?
Yeet.
Just
He
just
can
right down the hole.
probably lift them.
Yeah. It's like, I am the strongest one in the group.
I picture the sewer grate of being like some yay, like where you're kind of sliding down and you're just getting in. Like, I don't.
Yeah, it's about manhole size.
Yeah.
You can
Which,
get in with a backpack.
for a four-limbed creature like a dog, that seems like a very awkward thing to go down into.
Well, if you can get in with a backpack, it's fine.
And the dog can kind of hang on the ladder rungs as he's like lifting it down.
Yeah, I'm just holding...
What kind of dog is it?
It's
Mutt.
Yeah, it's a mutt.
How big of a dog is it?
Yeah, about 45 to 50 pounds.
Okay, so not all. Okay,
Medium
It's not
breed.
like
Yeah.
a pocket poodle,
Yeah.
but it's not.
but it's not a larger dog.
It's not a.
It's just
Irish
sort of
wolfhound
medium-ish
either.
kind of. Yeah, it's just sort of a.
It's not like a black Russian terrier. It's not like a 120 pound, 140 pound dog.
How big is a lab?
About 60,
Okay, so
that
it's smaller
labs,
than a lab.
60.
60 to 80, somewhere in there.
And a lab's probably what my brain had been picturing.
Yeah.
So you're a bit smaller, and but be a little
bit
easier to get
smaller
down
than
there.
bigger than a beagle, smaller than a lab.
Yeah, most people think of dogs are thinking of like Labradors because they're just that's roughly
It's
dog
ubiquitous.
size.
It's
That's dog
American
size.
ubiquitous. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Golden
there might-
retriever.
Yeah, golden retriever, labs, all about the same size.
Yep.
Just with like 5 or 6 pounds of
I
extra
think
fur.
there might be some smaller shepherds that are about that weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had an Australian Shepherd when I was a kid. But yeah.
It was delicious. Okay. But first, because I'm super curious, let's Doc, what are you doing with your day?
First, I go back to my room, and I investigate myself to try and figure out what I got up to.
All right. In a hangover-style investigation check, go for it.
That's not great.
I wouldn't help that. That's not.
16.
16. You find. I mean, there's not really receipts, but you find. You find lipstick, a hat pin.
Hold on, I'm getting stuff. Hold on.
Yeah.
This
I
point-
collect
at
stuff.
this point,
As the guy who still has the broken arrow shaft, I collect stuff.
Yeah.
he's just making fun of you at this point.
So lipstick, I'm guessing, is on something, so that's not a thing, but a hat pin.
Yeah. They're like, there's a lipstick mark. There's a hat pin. As you're going through your pockets, you find like a copper piece, like a broken in half of a copper piece.
We'll take it.
When you have to cut it, it's copper. I don't think it's gonna break.
It can be torn.
Yeah, torn maybe. But broken?
You find a tooth. You
Like-
can do a medicine.
Okay,
You can do a medicine check on it, but there's definitely a tooth.
not good. I'm proficient in medicine. Okay. 10.
It looks sapient.
Okay.
Like it's either like it's like a human.
There
or
are
an
spells.
elf
I may
or-
eventually be able to figure that out.
Yeah, it's like a human, an elf, or et cetera, et cetera. It's something. It's not an animal tooth.
Yeah.
And you find what you're pretty sure is like a broken comb. So like all the teeth are gone. It's just like the back strap of a comb, and it's made of wood with some silver inlay.
Okay.
So that's what you find on yourself, and then as you're examining,
Yeah.
you find that you have a patch of skin sewed to your skin that's not yours.
I mean, I already have that, but
Yeah, this is a new one.
oh. What kind of? What?
It seems to be in the shape of a tea kettle,
Okay.
and it's
Where's
just
my
like a
physical
paler color than what you have, but doesn't dismatch terribly. But you have a tea kettle skin patch sewed onto your side.
Even
Yeah,
do that.
Well, Molly
That-
said you didn't do anything she had to clean up, like dead bodies, but you did cut a tea kettle size splotch of skin off someone, and they didn't die.
I would like to just point a thing out as far as the personality of Wolfgang, to figure out if that's actually the case, because that's him fucking with me. Because he, with the transformation, hides the other skin patches, like the eye goes away. Like he
Okay.
conceals all that. He does not like that.
Okay, then
So-
yeah, you don't get a
Okay.
skin patch.
Okay, listen, because he specifically, the chest is bare, eye is like morphs inside, because he doesn't like that kind of.
Okay.
He's pretty.
Yeah. Yes. Through odors and such, do I feel like I put things in orifices?
Oh, so
Do,
like
do I
you
think he was
sniffed
sleeping around when he was on drugs?
it. Not that you could tell from your investigation check.
Okay.
I have brought up in trying to display my druid prowess. I do have access to cure disease. If you want me just to cast that on you, I'd have to prepare it though.
At some point. After checking myself for that, I have like a queen thing in. It was in here that Spartacus installed, right?
Uh-huh.
So once I've investigated and managed to check what I can check from that, I will then queen myself before
Alright.
going upstairs to do work.
Alright.
Did you want to finish your long rest?
Yeah.
Did I? How do I have much of a long rest, or am I basically none of it?
You have.
Because if I'd be starting over, no, I'd rather.
It
I'd
would
rather
be
just
starting
push through.
over, but you would need to finish it up.
Like, how long do I have left?
Judging by your sleepiness levels, maybe a couple hours. You lost 2 spells, right?
Yeah.
And that's an
2 hours.
hour each.
Yeah.
Yeah, so about two
Okay.
hours, 2.5 hours.
I will cast Sleep as a 3rd level spell centered on myself. I don't care if I succeed or not. I don't have any spells for him to mess with to turn into himself.
Okay.
Do I have to drain my spells at night?
Yet, when you woke up and as you've been wandering around today, you have noticed just a quiescence from that corner where you usually kind of push.
He's hiding things from me, so he's not talking from me while he's hiding me. Because typically I would remember everything he does just as he remembers everything I do.
Yeah.
So he's deliberately hiding stuff. He's keeping secrets. But yeah, if it's a couple hours, I will finish up the rest still before going up to work on Yank.
Yeah. Okay.
So unless you want to finish my whole day, then...
Well, I mean, that's
Okay.
you kind of, usually you have a couple hours after you're done.
Meeting's
So-
at 9, probably ends by 10, so 12, so this will probably be still finishing by 8 in the evening.
Yeah.
So I'll probably still have a couple hours.
Yeah.
If, to finish my day, intentions after that would be to go to the whorehouse that I know he knows about. I will visit the garden to
Alright.
speak with... Hold on, it's a pun. It's a pun. What's the pun? It's a name that's a pun. Her name is a pun.
Do you want
It's
to
a
know?
fairy pun.
Yeah.
Clear.
Ding, ding.
Ding.
Isabel.
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 Yep. I remembered it's a pun. But we're able to check on notes of people in there. Like that was part of the agreement we have. I check for information to see if Herr Wolfgang was there.
He was. He didn't spend any time with any of the ladies, and in the notes it says extremely rude. They were not of appropriate shapes. He didn't think any of them were pretty enough.
Did you get any idea for what he was doing?
From what Isabel can gather from her girls is he picked up a goodly portion of snuff and wandered off into the night.
Did he pick it up here? Is it sold?
I mean, if you're asking her in the office, she goes, "Yeah, we just sold him some." But if you're asking,
Here, take this back.
I don't do such things.
she's just like, "Okay."
And now we can sell it to you again.
Be very restricted on how much of his money he takes on such things.
I mean, he seems like a big boy.
Yeah, he's inside me, and I don't like it.
I understand.
And that's... I do not try and clear up anything with that. And that just makes things worse, so...
She's like,
For
well,
my
we
sake.
have these. They're muscle relaxers.
Oh.
Okay. Listen, you should work it out. No one deserves to be dealing with such things without help. There's a guy that I have some of my girls talk to when they have bad experiences.
I want
Insight.
Yeah, I want insight. What I'm looking for in a moment, but so 24. I'm just trying to judge how easily shaken she is.
She doesn't seem shaken by anything you've told her thus far, but she's legitimately concerned about you. She's a bit of a mother pen type, which is probably why she has the job she has.
Going straight
He's
to
the
cut
ki-
yourself again?
No. He's the kind of fellow that if he doesn't like someone's shape, he might combine two people into one. He's messed up, and he's probably not the best person to be around you or your girls, particularly if he's able to get on drugs that let him lower any of his inhibitions.
We have the security measures to keep us safe. Part of the gang or not, start trying to cut up my girls, I'll have his head.
That's why I prefer he doesn't get the drugs, because I don't want him to end up in that situation.
But I like money. So I'll work out a deal with you. Every time he tries to buy drugs, you pay for them, and I don't give them to him.
No, not a deal. Don't sell to him.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna sell them even harder now.
Persuasion?
That seems more like an intimidation.
Yeah, persuasion or intimidation.
I think they're the same. They are the same. 22.
So which one are you doing, persuasion or intimidation?
Which do you feel she would respond better to?
I am trying to be persuasive, but some of the things that I have said so far might lean towards intimidation. So, because I'm not the best at it.
She just kind of goes, I know you're concerned for him, so very well. We'll not sell him anymore.
Okay.
Full strength.
As long as she's doing something to try and help.
It's gonna be cut with talcum powder next
Yeah,
time.
no, I can do that, sure. Give him really weakened stuff.
Give them really bad drugs.
Again, you're not hiding stuff from him, so
No, he knows it.
he would know she's selling me bad drugs, weak stuff. I'll take 3 times as much.
Or
Oh no, you OD.
she went against me. I could stack her on top of another short girl.
And then hit the powdered sugar she just gave me.
Yeah.
Otherwise, beyond that, probably pretty late by the time I get back, so.
Alright.
Pure confectioners.
Some Billy Bonka stuff going on there.
Probably sit in the mirror somewhere back at home and just sort of like talk to him as far as if you need to do something, you communicate. This is not how we manage this. We are in this together.
He just kind of goes, you just hear, I asked for something and you did something else. Didn't even discuss it. Agreed, and then didn't do it. So, I thought...
Do you not get what we managed to accomplish?
I decided to take
Do you have any idea how much more fun it is? You're not watching it, but you know that they're messed up from what we did. They're terrified. They've no idea what's going on. All of a sudden, they think that they're in danger, and they don't know when it stops or where it comes from. It wasn't letting them off.
I blew off some steam. It's fine. We can afford it.
We cannot. We are so poor right now.
We are so poor. I'll have you know I got most of our money back.
Thank you. Can we rest this night?
You can rest.
Couples counseling.
As you just sit there, like, screaming at yourself in a mirror.
I'm going to bed.
That's it. We're going to bed. I thought we were going to bed angry.
I like, what is it? LXG's Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, where he just talks to himself in reflective services.
Man,
Oh, League of Extraordinary
Yeah.
Gentlemen.
Yes.
could you imagine if he was a vampire?
Someday.
Anyways, sewers.
Yeah, sewers with Huck.
Yes. I cast spells on myself to make me better.
Okay.
Survival, so that's 23.
23. Okay. You go through and get another... you're at about a third of the sewers done.
Quarter up to a third? Okay.
Yeah. And that's your day. Mother June.
I'll go ahead and put my disguise back on, and this time I'll go ahead and use my quarter map of the sewers to just kind of come up into the district by passing the lookouts.
Okay. You managed to do so relatively easily, as it also is mapped out where the usable sewer entrances and exits are.
Okay. And I do as the suggestion, and whatever manhole or exit that I come up with, I just take whatever kind of trash that's around the area just to obscure it a little bit.
Okay.
Anyway.
Is that brushing more dirt on?
Yeah. It's just like, I don't know, look the part. I'm going to go around and I'm going to do proselytizing again. I'll try to use, if I can find a way that I can incorporate my class ability that I got from Renette to be able to lower their hostility towards me.
It's not the one that requires an hour of what's it?
It's a minute.
Okay. It lowers their DCs, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So it doesn't lower their hostility, it lowers the DCs.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Who are you preaching at?
To the normal slum folk.
Okay, so are you gathering a group, or are you like one at a timing it? Are you still stealth preaching?
Yeah, I'm still self-preaching.
I should go straight for rabble rousing. Burn them down. Take the food.
No, I'm trying to get a foothold first.
Okay, but are you trying to lower the DC on everyone? Because it's just going to increase the amount of time you're interacting, so lower the number of people you're dealing with.
Yeah. I want to go ahead and go for right now until I've got some people under my belt, low numbers, and spend a lot of time working on them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, are you doing that with your full 8 hours?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll use spell slots as appropriate.
Alright, well, it's, how long? It's 1 hour per cast, isn't it?
1 hour per cast, or...
Does it increase in time if you upcast it?
No, it doesn't, but I can double the time if I use one of my meta magic points.
Oh, you have extend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So so you need 4 slots used up, and that would be for your 8 hours of proselytizing.
Okay.
That might be a good feat.
Dip in the sorcerer feat just to start extending stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
Alter Self doesn't let me extend the time by higher levels, and it bothers me.
Yeah. Ours doesn't either, just more people.
So I'll do that for my 8 hours.
Alright.
I don't think it does anything at higher levels.
Allows you
How
to
many
cast
rolls
it.
do I need?
Yeah.
You need... what's the DC on your ability?
The DC for the auto conversion is 21.
Okay, but that requires you to hit a certain DC.
Yeah,
Your ability.
both the abilities that I have don't.
Oh, those are just auto, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're just something that I do
Okay,
as long as
excellent.
I got the time.
So yeah, you need so you need like 1 an hour, so you need 8 rolls total.
Okay. So it's an 18. Another 18.
These aren't getting adjusted with anything?
It will adjust later.
19.
He's finally figured out the way he's rolling things.
Oh no, it's just he occasionally rolls things in a wackadoo manner where he like
He says a number that's not his answer.
yeah.
So you start playing. Yeah, no.
8. 19.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So you're
that
not
8
rolling stats.
6.
There, there's an 8 and a 6 for you.
Another 19. So,
But how many natural 20s were there amongst that?
0. However, he had what 3 or 4 18s, 3 or 4 19, or like
two 18s and 3 19s.
Yeah.
And then 2 6s and an 8.
You're not using those dice over there that are like split, right?
okay. So what's your numbers?
If it's persuasion, it's at a +11.
So,
So
30,
there's
30,
some
30.
Yeah. So yeah, 29, 29, 30, 17, 19, 30, 17, 30.
Also, isn't 30 like where they put the impossible DC in?
That's
like,
near impossible.
Yeah.
But it is the top one.
Okay.
Expect characters with freaking expertise.
Yeah.
Someday there'll be a character that maybe Bob will play that rolls that for so many things.
Just so much. So much.
I picture ads in boxes.
Just so much. So much.
My elf had so many expertise as the last character. Just so many.
Just
Never
so
came up.
I mean, you gotta find ways to make it work out for you.
Yeah. I did stealth a lot.
I'm the stealthiest boy.
Yeah, you are our rogue.
Well, I was an actual rogue and artificer, so.
Oh, you meant him. I thought you were talking about Jimmy.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Jimmy was our warlock bard rogue.
Yeah, and he's like our warlock.
How many
bard.
classes do you take in rogue? 0. That's just how warlock work out sometimes.
Sometimes Warlock is awful roguey.
You get lots of options.
As our rogue shows.
You get lots of options with the good old warlock. That's what's good about it.
You want to be a talkie character? You want to be a rogue? Those are both
You want
warlocks.
You want spells for guaranteed results, no rolls needed.
Okay. Then you daywalk, and it's your 8 hours are up, so it's like 6 in the evening when you usually come to.
Then yeah, I go and try and find
Yeah.
where the soup kitchen's at.
Well, I drop off map at the Red Horse, so you can.
He comes to before you're back.
Yeah. I mean, how hard could it be?
So you just like wander in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah, you just walk in.
To the sewers, right?
Oh, you're going to
Yeah,
sewers.
yeah.
I thought you were just walking into the slums.
No,
Okay.
no.
Uh,
I'm trying to find a place that's underneath that soup kitchen.
oh, okay. So you're still doing your sewer thing.
Yes.
Okay. Well, yeah. Go ahead and roll your survival check, and we'll see how you do.
Which.
Holy crap!
15.
Wait, you get a minus?
I get +2. Oh, that is an 18. Okay, yeah, 20. I thought it was a 13.
I was about to say, like, what are you doing here, bud? You actually rolled really well. And you low.
You know what? From that, I bet he rolls well all the time. His brain is just so used to low numbers. He sees a high number and he sees a 20 and he just says, "Oh, it's a 2."
Listen, you gotta believe in yourself a little bit more.
All he sees is a 2. The 0 is 0, so that equals 2, right?
Yeah, 2 minus 0 is 2.
Divide by 0. God damn it.
We explode.
Okay, so dirty 20. So yeah, you go through and you're looking at the maps that were made. You're like, I've been walking in circles. This is ridiculous. So you take about 5 or 6 hours and you find a route to a sewer grate that's like within a block of the soup kitchen, and the sewer grate actually opens. It's not a blocked off sewer entrance or exit. I say grate, it's an entrance, so it's like a manhole cover or a lid. It's not really a grate per se.
Cool.
Alright, any of them like grates where stuff like
Some
falls in?
are, but
Yeah.
this one is not.
Some are great, this one isn't.
Well, I would say this one is great because stuff doesn't fall in. But it's
Well,
not a grate because nothing falls in.
Well, I get dirty with some grime, Chris Rock my face, and I'm going to go wander around the slums near the soup kitchen.
So you're a grimy Chris Rock?
Yes.
Someone runs up and just slaps you.
You dick!
Well, you're a fairy, so you're more Gary Coleman, right?
Yeah. A really funny looking Chris Rock.
So Chris Rock.
Yeah, whatever. A short Chris Rock.
Hold on, I think we split the difference. You're Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart.
He's good. So good.
to say it's belittling, but fortunately that joke would go right over his head.
That's hard.
Do you prepare for these? Like you just sit in your room and
Look up puns.
To be fair, I make fun of short people a lot.
yeah.
Because they're small and can't do anything about it.
Yeah, it's natural for them to get short with him.
Yes, I'm gonna just burn time observing. Like, what do they do with the soup kitchen? Do they close it down? Do people leave? Is it like a business?
By the time you're there, it doesn't seem like there's anyone really there.
Yeah, because it's kind of late already.
Yeah, it's pretty late at this point, because it's like about 11 o'clock midnight by the time you actually make it there.
Then yeah, I'll probably wait till like 1, and just to get an idea to see if I'm missing anything.
No, it doesn't really seem like there's anything going on in there in particular.
I'm gonna break into the building
Okay, so you walk up to the rope and just walk underneath it.
because it's got no door.
It's got no door.
Yeah, it's a 10-flat thing.
Then yes.
To be fair, is that rope locked? Can you try and make a lock-picking check?
So yeah,
It is
go
the
ahead
most
and do a
complicated
stealth
knot.
check.
It's like I'm
Oh, what was
I'm
it? We
almost
used to have
certain that this is just something regular
rope
poor
work?
people would do.
He found the Gordian knot, and he's just going to use his key.
18. It's up.
Okay. Yeah. You sneak on in, and it's a dining tent, kind of mess hall looking thing. There's some tables. There's a counter. It stinks.
Oh, this is the soup kitchen. So this isn't like the building they were all in. This is like the place where they're actually it's just a tent.
Well, it is a building, but it has a tent-like feel. It's the one I described earlier
Alright.
to.
Yeah, it's like a
Mother
pavilion
June.
type thing.
All right.
It is so shabbily wooden, they've just hung up curtains over the walls.
Then yeah, I'm just gonna. I want to try and see because I figure they probably expect people to try to break it, so they probably won't store anything in the building.
There's not really a door, so breaking in is an interesting turn of phrase.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Is they're not expecting.
We're going to
So I'm looking for.
kitchenware.
Did they just have like a really blatantly locked door somewhere in here, like bait?
There is a locked door.
Yeah. Yeah. Otherwise, I try to figure out see if there's anything like is that it? It's just a big open room, like some empty
There's
spaces.
like an
locked
open
door.
room. There's a counter, and as you go behind it, it seems like there's a number of step stools. They would make it so that even you could.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like kind of standard.
Looking like in like under the tables and cubbies and stuff to see if I can find any little markers.
Okay. Search check. Investigation. We don't have search anymore, do we?
We don't have search anymore. It's all
Investigation.
investigation, which I'm not good at.
No,
Which
there's
I'm.
search right here in this book.
I get 8.
You get an 8. You do not find any markers.
Neat.
Is there a kitchen in there?
Would you like to go out there and search for one?
Just in your general describing, you didn't describe if there was or wasn't. I
Yeah,
figure
I
he
don't
would
want
have
to do anything
saw.
too crazy. So how many step stools are there?
There's 4 step stools.
Are they like level?
They're like boxes.
And are they like level?
Yeah.
Well, I figure I'm pretty safe here. I'm going to pull out my dagger and I'm going to whittle out 2 sides
Okay.
and make them uneven.
Okay. On all of them?
Yeah,
So they're just like
they're just a little. There's a little wobbly.
rocky.
Not a lot. Not a lot. Just a little bit.
Just the petty row.
And I leave the shavings on the ground.
This is a message.
You just get a yes from
Just
Steve.
do
This is what I hired you for.
Just doing this.
The pettiest of warlocks. Okay,
It's
so
like I was just here looking for low hanging fruit.
so yes, your petty mission succeeded. There is like a large fireplace with hooks on it. It looks like kettles could be hung and things like that, but there's no kettles. No,
Yeah. I figured they took everything.
Yeah.
You remind me of Roberto. Why would you rob the same bank twice? Well, I robbed it the first time to case it.
Let's try it out. All right, cool. So now that I've done my pettiness, I'm gonna test that door.
Okay.
That's locked.
It is locked.
I'm gonna try and pick that lock.
Okay.
I'm proficient in thieves' tools. It's just
It's
Dex.
Dex plus proficiency
Yeah.
plus roll.
21.
Yeah, you fairly easily pick the lock.
I check for traps, but then I look inside.
Okay, so
I'm expecting some nonsense.
so you pick the lock, then you do an investigation check for traps.
Well, I'm just keeping an eye so if something shoots out and tries to grab me or something.
Yeah, that would be an investigation check.
11.
Okay, you do not see any traps.
Yeah.
You open the door.
Yeah.
It's like the kettles and like ladles and things of that nature.
No. I don't know. They just put away their stuffs, but no foods. Cool. I just leave that unlocked, and I go back to the sewers.
Okay.
Slip back into the darkness.
Yes.
That's my night.
Yes.
Most petty Batman.
The evil has it. Okay. So morning comes, and it's time for the morning meeting. It is Friday morning.
I have you cast remove disease.
Yeah, I'll prepare that. Guess that.
That what? What are you doing?
What level is that?
Second?
Yeah, probably.
Meeting. I spelled meeting like meat, as in the food stuff.
I do that a lot.
These are my notes, so no one's gonna know except for you all now. But I've misspelled meat.
I do it a lot.
You mean lesser
So
restoration?
tonight, I have
Yeah.
misspelled meat, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, cure disease is a paladin thing.
Yeah, but it gets tagged in Lesser Restoration
It's fine.
with all
Same
that other
thing,
stuff.
same difference.
Second.
Here's your Lesser Restoration.
Remember, curing a disease, no problem. Staying up one whole night, whew, you're gonna bump that level up a couple notches.
You seem
Regular
like
restorations, what, like 5 or 6?
Yeah, 5.
Listen, I would also agree that curing a disease is easier than staying up, but that's because I'm an old man and I like my sleep.
Mm-hmm. Because it's not just staying up all night. It's staying up all night and not being tired by it.
Yeah.
Wait, you guys don't work on like a 35-hour sleep schedule?
No.
No.
Yeah. If I didn't force myself to sleep, I would definitely be on like a day and a half sleep schedule. That's how that's how long I stay up.
Listen, even when I was unemployed for the pandemic, I went to bed at like 6, woke up at 3.
That's up to extra.
Yeah, I didn't sleep extra. I just like found out I'm definitely a morning person.
Yeah, I start getting nauseous and headaches around 20 hours.
Yeah, I don't have that.
You just do a 6-hour sleep a night, and you stay up a little extra, then just shift it forward a couple hours every time.
Mm-hmm.
No, I just abuse myself with unruly levels of caffeine.
Yeah, so there's that. One.
So you get a cure disease cast on you, so that's good.
Does that take out all of them or only one?
I believe restoration takes out all diseases, doesn't it?
How many
This
do
is
you think
lesser.
I have?
Well,
Either one disease or one condition afflicting it.
Well, if you figure out you have more diseases, let me know.
I will. We
Your
better
acne
not.
clears up. You had some gnarly back knee. It's gone.
You suddenly have a just better heart rhythm. You had an arrhythmia. Yeah, that's right.
The wart falls off.
I don't know. You had a major infection from your skin grafts. That all clears up.
No,
No.
that's definitive as part of who I am.
All right.
No, I do. I have splotchy skin.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
with
it-
no infections.
Yeah. No.
Well, is it splotchy because just an odd coloration, like birthmarks, or because it's sewn on other people's skin?
It's splotchy because my body has somewhat poorly reacted to the first skin grafting of a body part being added onto mine that I did because I didn't do the greatest job.
Ah, okay.
Especially because I'm sewing it this way.
It's like when you're trying to put a tie on someone else.
We
You have to like put it on yourself, tie it, and put it on.
Yeah.
we need to hook you up with some Dr. Octopus arms.
It's fine. There's an inhibitor chip fully exposed right here.
The power of the sun in my hand.
This will prevent Wolfgang from using them.
Oh, good.
No, electrical shock completely short-circuited the inhibitor.
But not the arms.
How about we just put a little metal cap on that little chip?
Or like, I don't know, a little rubber something. I don't. I've got plugs to keep dust out of my phone jack and my
Come on, why do you think I need a rubber there?
headphone jack.
I mean, should we bring up the point that the guy who's like a super big physicist just created artificial intelligence and just brushes that off? He's just like, don't worry.
He's just like,
I built
that's computer
an
science.
inhibitor chip to suppress their intelligence so they can't take over my body.
Yeah, that's computer
Well, he
science
made-
stuff. Screw that.
He made evil artificial intelligence and knew it was evil.
Whoopsie.
Just
A little whoopsie.
Whoopsies. Barely an inconvenient.
Okay.
Okay.
Did any of
So
our
it
lieutenants
is your
come back?
Friday morning meeting.
So, well, it sounds like everything's at least going pretty well. Any updates from anybody?
Show the updated map. I asked the doc if he figured out what that horse was.
No.
No, didn't even check.
You know full well what I was dealing with yesterday.
I do, but she doesn't.
No, she does. I was talking about it during the meeting.
Did you find out anything new, Mary?
Nope, they clear out the soup kitchen at night. They just lock everything up in the cupboards and take all the stuff and go.
If you could push back your... Because you didn't... I waited at the bar a little for you. If you could push back your sleep so when I get back, you're there, and I can hand off the map, so...
Like I said, no problem. Yeah, that's for other people. I found it no problem.
Okay.
You said they locked what up?
Like pans and kettles.
The metalware.
Any, what? I'm assuming, do they heat the soup?
Yeah, they have like a fire place.
Do they have... Is there anything kind of glancing towards
Other doctor?
other doctor? Perhaps anything that could be put upon a fireplace that, when lit, could make it more fun.
Like a poison?
Like an explosion?
An explosion, perhaps something that creates some sort of gas that fills the room when heated.
I can make explosions.
What are you, when we're talking
Well,
some sort of invisible poison
Doc
gas?
just kind of goes, are you talking about the
Maybe,
the respiratory irritant?
Could be that, could be.
I was trying to make it work at room temperature, but if you want to put it on a fire, I mean, I could probably figure something out that makes it react at a higher temp, maybe.
Just wondering if you have anything, whether it's that or something else, just that might do something.
Like,
Maybe
if
let
we-
them set off their own trap.
yeah, if we put it like in the chimney and the heat just released it.
Either that, or we also have the option of coating some of their cookware with something that would cause nausea. You know,
It's just like, do you want me to burn down another building?
No,
No,
that's
we want
too-
them to burn down their own building.
That sounds a lot like us burning down their building.
Also, we know the entire slums will burn.
I mean, yeah. The
but
place
What
is
about-
a
I mean,
freaking
just-
tinderbox.
Yeah, something simple in there that
To make
poison.
food poisoning.
Yeah, some sort of poison sufficient, maybe not the quickest thing. Yes, could be as simple as a food poisoning, something that makes them ill for a while. Not to be put in immediately, but perhaps the day before we're going to be attacking, so that by the time we attack, many of their men are crapping their pants.
Victory through dysentery. I like it. That's filthy. Yes. We should find a way to do that.
yeah.
Look
Even-
over at her
even-
versus Spartacus, just looking back and forth.
Spartacus looks horrified, and Molly looks like this is the greatest day of her life.
Because Molly likes a good practical joke and or arson.
Hey, fire can be a practical joke. Very practical.
Well, those are both good ideas. I do like the respiratory failure and the crapping their pants while they're trying to fight.
It's distress.
Oh, okay.
Failure means they die.
Right.
We'll get there.
It's just like...
Again, see fire. That works.
But yeah, I'd say that it would be something good once we free up the doctor come next week.
Any news from Molly and Hammerstein versus the
See if they got any
extortionists?
extortium work done.
Extorting, not the extortionists.
Neither of them gathered any more information than what
Okay.
they'd already had.
Our lieutenant searches?
Steve has finally set up his practice and does have a lieutenant, but doesn't really feel like you need to meet them
Okay.
because they're more on his end than yours. They're not.
He doesn't need to know
That's
he's
not-
working for a
Yeah,
criminal
he doesn't
organization.
need to know that he's working for a criminal organization.
Yeah, that's not an unusual
Yeah.
kind of thing necessarily. I feel like, for example, I feel like Spartacus has people that we've not met.
No, yeah. Spartacus has a goodly number of. I think Spartacus has 15 or 16 people who directly work for him. That just help him with his logistics stuff.
If you're not trying to increase your cut from us in getting these, why would we have to meet them at all? You're hiring.
Yeah.
Spartacus says, I did hire a woman.
Oh, good.
Well, good for you, man. Everyone needs to cut loose every now and then.
I
I'll
think
look
he was
over the
specifically
doctor.
saying that he was meeting with. I was there the other night.
Well, hey, man, if he's taking up tips from your other half, that's cool, too.
And that's fine. Spartacus still has the largest budget out of anybody.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Molly is just over there, just like so pleased. And Spartacus is just kind of sitting there enduring as he does.
So both Steve and Spartacus are now open for stuff again?
Yes, and yep. So yes, both Steve and Spartacus are.
As far as Steve would go, I'd imagine.
I feel like that we're gonna wait for giving them orders for next time because right now we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up.
Mhm.
So like, comment, subscribe, stick around, and check out some of the other content because it's excellent. I mainly say that A because it's true and B because it makes Adam super uncomfortable. But hey, thanks for joining us, and we will catch you next time. Peace.